Let's bring in U.S. Army Special Forces veteran Jim Hanson. Jim, it was quite a day. What's your reaction to what happened?
That was the most stunning political mistake I've seen in my lifetime. It was the equivalent of a diplomatic walking into the Oval Office, dousing himself in gasoline, and lighting a match. You know, there's a piece of advice people get that says, never get high on your own supply. And I think Zelensky's been reading his own press releases and believing the hype. And he's had too many people in the Biden administration and in Europe telling him he's the greatest thing in the world as he runs around, you know, dressed up like an army man. I think he just really gave Ukraine an incredibly damaging blow.
So you wonder if he's going to be pushed aside. Maybe Ukraine sends its generals in to negotiate, because now there's no way Zelenskyy can move forward in negotiations. Foreign policy pros tell us. He was the U.S. ambassador, Ukraine's ambassador to the U.S. was caught on camera. Let's show it. Grimacing in shock at what Zelenskyy was doing. It is a brutal 3-year war. If we have the footage, look at this. You know, if you take out Trump and Vance, why did Zelenskyy decide to pick a public fight in front of the cameras in the Oval Office? Is he exhausted, or is he going along with the anti-Trump wing in Europe and America? You know, it's not Joe Biden reading off of note cards and index cards anymore. It's President Trump.
Yeah, I haven't found anyone who can come up with a legitimate reason for him to do something this gobsmackingly stupid. You know, President Trump was throwing him a lifeline. This mineral deal would have put U.S. companies in Ukraine, which would essentially be better than troops. They're less threatening to Putin, but they serve the same purpose. President Trump would never allow Putin to invade and, you know, put American companies in danger. He's throwing that out the window. I have no explanation other than he's lost his mind.
You know, Jim, Senator Lindsey Graham says Zelenskyy should either resign or not be in the negotiations. Let's talk about this. Polls from Quinnipiac, Marquette University, Pew Research, Ipsos show the majority of Americans demand the U.S. stop funding Ukraine. Ukraine can't win this war alone. The U.S. will not start fighting Russia, full stop. No one wants World War III. President Trump said that. The only answer right now is mark the boundaries now, stop fighting, do Trump's peace and prosperity deal. We know that Zelenskyy tweeted, quote, "Thank you, America," after the fight, but Trump is accusing him of pushing the world to the brink of World War III. What do you think?
I think he absolutely has. There's no question the only person who benefited from this little tirade he threw was Vladimir Putin, who now holds the cards that Zelenskyy threw up in the air. It's time for him to step aside. He did a magnificent thing. He rallied the world behind Ukraine when Russia invaded, and he should get credit for that. But what he's doing now is throwing all of that away in a sad display of a lack of diplomacy and the ability to understand the people you're in the room with. The most powerful man in the world was willing to help you, and you disrespected him in front of an entire live television audience. That was crazy.
It's still a mystery. I mean, either he's exhausted, it's a brutal 3-year war, or it's just a sense of entitlement or just being rude. That's what the analysis people are telling us. Thank you, Jim Hanson, for your great analysis and your service to America. Now, please listen to this.